You know, when I started working on Right to Try, it was very difficult meeting patients who were diagnosed with terminal illnesses. We were asking a lot of them. They were not only fighting for their own lives, but they also had to go out there and fight to pass this law.
Once we started really getting into Right to Try and we started meeting with people who had lost loved ones to terminal illnesses, and we actually started meeting with the patients themselves, we started to realize that this was bigger than just another freedom issue. This issue really had the potential to save people's lives.
Matt Bellina is a former Navy pilot. He is a husband and he is a father of 3 young, beautiful boys. About 5 years ago, Matt Bellina was diagnosed with ALS. ALS is a progressive nerve cell disease, and it is degenerative, and unfortunately, it's fatal.
Had a very aggressive form of ALS, and he was not eligible for any treatment through the traditional FDA approval process.
Matt could have just stopped there, but instead he decided that he wanted to make a difference and he wanted to change the law. So he went out to fight for the right to try.
I would not wish ALS on my worst enemy in the world if I had one, but I really wouldn't.
It's hard enough to go down to the Capitol day in and day out and try to convince legislators to change a law that's been in place for decades. That's unbelievably hard for somebody like Matt, who is not only dealing with these legislators and the logistics of having to testify, but also having to deal with a disease like ALS that makes it very physically difficult for him to get around and to communicate. Because of Matt's leadership, Right to Try became law in 41 states across the country, and because of his willingness to tell his story, not only at the state level, but all the way up to Congress and in Washington, D.C., it became law of the land.
When I was out at the bill signing in Washington, D.C., when President Trump signed the federal version of the bill, Matt was out there, and he could not get up from his wheelchair at that point. Now he is actually able to get up from his wheelchair, he's able to play with the kids, he's able to communicate with his family, and I really believe that it means the world to them. And really, it would not be possible if Matt had not stood up early on and been an advocate for this very, very important measure.
I was really inspired by something that Matt said after he starting to get better. He said, "I feel like I've been given a gift."
I really believe if it wasn't for Matt, that measure would not have passed.
I am so proud to honor Matt Bellina with the 2019 Goldwater Institute Freedom Award to celebrate all of the amazing accomplishments that Matt has achieved over the past couple of years, culminating in the Right to Try being the law of the land.
Matt really represents the best of people in this society. Matt is not only a Navy veteran, Matt is a father, he's a husband, and he is a human being who had a tremendously difficult hand dealt to him at a young age, but he has proven through perseverance and courage that you can overcome these types of obstacles, and to show folks what simple policy changes can do, the effect they can have on society. And I think Matt is a sterling and shining example of what courage really is, and we are very happy to give him the Goldwater Freedom Award.
Matt, on behalf of my colleagues at the Goldwater Institute and everybody who has fought for the right to try, thank you so much for your tireless leadership to make this life-saving law a reality.
You are a true inspiration to all of us at the Goldwater Institute. You deserve this award. We cannot thank you enough for all of the work you've done on behalf of Right to Try. You are a hero, and we could not be happier to honor you tonight. Thank you, Matt.
When I was first diagnosed with ALS, I wasn't sure how much time I had left. Without the help of the Institute, the disease would have been my life. Now my hope is renewed.